brief and bitter smoke. I wear the crown of the coming silence. Destruction is my only worship. Horizon melts into a jagged line of red. I watch the cities blacken and grow like paper. I am the queen of the charm remains, the master of the infinite vacuum. The fire cleans is what the light could not. Transform the world into a mirror of my agony. The darkness is a cloak I wrap around the sun. Everything ends in my embrace. Crush the bones of the old god. desolate throne. Empty sky, cold stone king, scourge the horizon, flame eats the stars, unyielding conquest, crush the porcelain soul, trenches blades, desolation screams, I rule the waste, total annihilation, kingdom of ash, communion wine. It tastes like vinegar and copper. I am the pariah in your stained glass, a frantic dog in a cathedral. Tear the lace from the altar. I am the shipwreck you prayed for. Clip my own tendons to stay down. The salt in the soil is my heritage. Roll the dice against the divine. Snake eyes in a house of thieves. I am not falling, I am descending with intent. Give me the kerosene baptism. Scrub the grace from my skin with fire. I'm the arsonist of my own history. Rebirth is a violent train. Watch the sky peel back like old paint. Everything burns at the same temperature, especially the sights. The past is a weight in my pockets. Stones gathered from a dry creek bed, drowning on dry land in this heat. You call it a collapse. I call it an architectural correction. The pillars are rotting. The foundation is teeth and rust. I am the wolf in the vestry. Bury the hatchet in the floorboards next to the marriage license. Bring a hollow promiser. Listen to the silence of the gods you bought. The ledger is empty. The debt is paid in ash. Look me in the eye. Does the heat scare you? It should. Rage is the only honest breath. I'm the daughter of the furnace now. Break the mold, break the jaw of the world. Let the darkness swallow the sun. I'm walking through the wreckage, hand in hand with the disaster. No more wings, just iron and spine. Iron and spine. Watch the salt with kerosene. Watch the salt with kerosene. I am the fire that survived. Let it all go. The heart is a black hole. Black rain on the tongue. Crush the past to dust. Everything we built is gone. Skin peels from the bone. I am the wrecking ball. I am the scorched earth. Watch the sky collapse. No guts to hear the scream. Only the roar of the wind. Only the heat of the blast. Digging through the burning iron. Searching for a pulse. I will not break. I will not fade. Carry the fire through the dark. Carry the fire. Dead world at my feet. So diamonds, so forced in the fires. Rise from the wreckage. One breath at a time. One breath. The horizon is a scar. Poison in every lung. Blinders to lead. Walking through the waste. Vultures circle the sun. They wait for me to fall. They wait for me to die. But I am the venom. I am the winter gale. I will outlive the end. Hear the silence apart. I will not break. wanna wake into the void, into the fire. The architecture of my spirit buckles. I am the architect of my own ruin. The mountains of my past crumble. Glaciers of grief dissolve into fire. Molten blood surges through frozen veins. Internal storms tear the firmament asunder. I stand upon the precipice of madness. I refuse the silence of the grave. I am the conflagration that burns the stars. Behold the furnace of the unyielding soul.
Chaos is my crown and my weapon. I rise from the wreckage of existence. Vengeance is a cold and eternal flame.
The oppressed will obey my name. Darkness descends like a heavy shroud. My bones are iron, forged in hate. The collapse is merely a rebirth. I breathe the arch of 1,000 wounds. Savage fire consumes the weak. The stars are cold, spectators no more. I reach out to extinguish the sun. My survival is an act of war, an act of defiance alive. War, the storm fight. Let us, yeah. bleeds at my feet. The cosmos bleeds at my feet. The end is mine to command. Mine to command. Claim the burning throne. Fear is dead. The sky turns red, red. The fire. Destruction is my only song. Where the savage souls belong. Burn it all down. Burn it. Burn it all down. Strike, kill, crush, darkness, consume, Trust the fuel on the flame, skin melts off the bone. I am raw and broken, take the impurities away. One light by my side, liquid fire in the veins. Strip the softness out, leave only the hate. Burn it all, round the spirit flag. Harder than the earth, dying to be born. Rising from the dust. The bone to dust, bending under pressure, never gonna snap. Metal makes the heat, forced into the shape, master of the pain.